Welcome back, everyone. So I guess by now the vast majority of you, like me, will have seen Tommy's video from yesterday. But what I wanted to do this morning for you is just analyse that video, go through what Tommy had to say, and I want to offer some of my thoughts and views and opinions on what he has to say and why I think this video is so important. Let's have a little reminder of what he had to say.
Good morning, everybody. United Kingdom, September 13th. Have you heard about that? If you want on these, you get them at nationwear.co.uk. I've got my baseball cap, UTK. Everything's ready. So, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to every single person who blindly defended me. Everyone who I watched, commentator after commentator. I was told by my solicitors, don't open your mouth for a minute here after this incident happened. I'm going to be honest, possibly one of the worst weeks of my life. I was worried, very worried. I thought I was being stitched up. I didn't.
Didn't we all? I mean, at the end of the day, wow. I mean, look, you have to say, thank God that CCTV was made available for Tommy to see, and that the police were able to get that together. And more importantly, that it wasn't lost. That was probably the big fear. And when he says it was one of the most frightening weeks of his life, well, you can understand. I mean, some of the rumours that were doing the rounds that the next morning were very, very scary.
Think they'd have the CCTV. I was detained yesterday on GBH Section 18 and I was interviewed.
People, do you realise how serious GBH Section 18 is? It carries a sentence that you don't even want to think about. And we all know how the courts treat Tommy. So is it any wonder that he was worried?
And what my request would be right now is release the footage for the public to see. Okay? That's what everyone needs to see, the footage. Not that little clip. You need to see the footage. Don't listen to the accounts given in newspapers. You need to see the footage.
And once again, absolutely, he's right. The way the newspapers have dealt with this, the way the mainstream media has dealt with this, has frankly been nothing short of absolutely disgusting. The way that, innocent until proven guilty, the way they've dealt with this and the innuendo. One newspaper even reporting that the victim was 64. The victim, right, was 64. Actually, the victim here was 42. It's the man we're looking at on screen right now. That's the real victim. But they reported the victim as being 64. According to Tommy, it was nothing like that.
Okay. What the footage will show you is that I was walking home. Another gentleman who come off the train, and he should be leaving St Pancras, saw me, followed me, confronted me, got hair in my face for minutes. Yeah, I tried to get away from him. I tried everything. I tried telling him to leave me alone. I warned him so many times, please get away, stop accosting me, right? Leave me alone. He threatened me. He continually chased me, basically, yeah?
Now, we've seen this sort of behaviour from the left time and time again, haven't we? We've seen how they behave. We've seen how aggravating, how irritating, how persistent they can be. So none of this really comes as a surprise or a shock.
Until the point when we get to the top of the stairs, which is where there are some accounts of what happened, but no one's seen what happened previously. Thank God it's on CCTV. You can see him harassing me in my face so much, yeah? And you can see me trying to get away so much. So, at which point, the only time when I didn't defend myself, even though I probably should have when you watch the footage. I should have done it a minute before. I didn't defend myself until it became to a physical confrontation, till he came at me. And as he comes at me, I defended myself. That's it.
Which anyone has every right to do. So a preemptive strike is perfectly legal and lawful if you believe that your safety is in danger. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, in my humble opinion. And as far as I'm aware, as far as the law's concerned as well.
And that's what's on camera. He charges at me. Doesn't just come at me, he charges at me.
Wow.
Yeah, with his hands up. So, listen, I wish him well. I do not blame that gentleman because he's been lied to by a fake news media.
Now, this is really, really important. This is what I was saying in a video the other day about a certain newspaper, the Daily Mail, we'll name them, shall we, who has persistently, along with many other newspapers and news media outlets, put a target on Tommy's back, and then they act all surprised when someone tries to attack him.
He's been told I'm Satan. He's been told I'm someone I'm not. So I don't blame him. Yeah? At the same time, I'm not a human punchbag. I have to be able to walk the streets. I think, unfortunately, I've come to the realisation now I can't walk the streets because the worry and fear I've had for the last 7 days. Let me get some other points clear. Yeah? I contacted the police. Me. Straight away. Okay? I told them exactly what I saw on the CCTV yesterday, exactly what I told them.
And by the way, he's right. He can't walk around on his own anymore. He has to have someone with him to make sure that these nutters can't get close to him.
Trying to get home, I was accosted, I was followed, I was threatened, I was harassed, and then in the end I had to defend myself. That's exactly what the footage shows. Okay? Now, I don't believe there's even a complainant in this case. So I've been arrested. I don't believe there's a complainant. I believe when the complainant sees the footage, he was drunk. He's going to have woke up with a sore head, right? But he was drunk as well. But I think when he sees the footage, I don't believe there's a complainant in this case. But I can't go into other details due to my bail conditions. But I've been released on bail till 2nd September. As I said, thank you, because all the people who blindly defended me, you know who I am. You know, I just don't go around punching people. Come on, man. In fact, I take a lot of criticism. I take a lot of abuse.
We all said that. He's not the sort of guy to go around punching people for no reason.
React with them. I react with them when it's last resort and I need to defend myself. Because I'm not going to be the man laying on the floor. That's not going to be me. And unfortunately, some people would only be happy if it's me with a forensic tent.
Absolutely correct, Tommy. Absolutely correct. Then the media will be happy, wouldn't they?
Yeah. And it wasn't. Okay? And just to clear something up for the media said I went on the run. So I produced to the police, which, let me get something clear. I rang the police straight away. I contacted the police straight away. Yeah? My solicitors contacted them at 6 o'clock next morning. We made them aware of where I was, made them aware of the date I was coming home already. Now, just so you know, I've showed evidence to the police that my accommodation, everything was booked before this incident. So before this incident happened, I had a trip planned. Fact. If I had tried to escape the country, like the media have told you, if I went on the run, like the media told you, I wouldn't now have my passport, would I? I don't have a bail condition to stay in the country. I don't have any of those bail conditions. So, also, the police, what's very strange for me...
You know, it's a pattern. It's the same thing that happened to me last year. You know, I went to Spain on a pre-planned trip to go and see me mate Danny. And everyone was trying to tell the world I was on the run. I mean, these people that make this stuff up, they just really need to go and see a shrink, don't they?
Is when I landed at Luton, you may have seen the scenes of all the police cars, of all the police... It's me that told them. I arranged to come back. I was flying into Manchester. I changed my flight for them. So I don't know why they made that big scene. And you get the video of all those police wagons arresting me. When I was coming back for an interview that I'd planned, from the minute it happened, I'd been in cooperation with the police. There was no running away. There never has been. Yeah, I willingly come back. But I was coming back when I was coming back anyway. So anyway.
This is a state pantomime. This is what's going on here. A state pantomime, and Tommy is the villain.
Anyway, this is a thank you from me. September 13th is going full ahead, full steam ahead. It's going to be bigger than ever. Self-defense is the defense. Yeah, it's not a crime. If someone comes up and wants to accost me, confront me, and attempt to attack me, I'm within my rights to defend myself. I wish I didn't have to. I really wish I didn't have to. I really wish that man well. And I hope he gets better. And I hope he makes a full recovery. And I didn't want what happened that day to happen. I just wanted to go home. And I've had the worst week, as I'm sure his family have. Yeah? Maybe it's been a lesson for him. It's been a lesson for me. I can't walk the streets of this country on my own. And unfortunately, that's what I walk everywhere. I'm in London, Luton. Everywhere I go, I just go on my own. I think, so what? I'll deal with it. But I shouldn't have to deal with it. And unfortunately now I realise that There's too much of a risk there. There's too much of a risk for me. I can do nothing wrong but still be seen to do something wrong. Look at the media this week, man. Look at what...
And whose fault is that? Exactly, Tommy. Whose fault is that? These papers talk about incitement. The government talk about incitement. Wow.
They've portrayed and how it's been portrayed in forensic terms. Blood transfusion. There was no blood transfusion. All the newspapers saying there's a blood transfusion. It's all bullshit. He weren't 64. It's a lie. They lied about his age. Everything. A lie. But thank you, everyone. Okay. After seeing the CCTV, I know there's not a jury in the world would convict me of that. So my request to the Metro 1 Police Force is release the footage. Let the public see. Okay. Too much bullshit's been happening this week for the last 7 days. I've had to watch, listen to it and read it. Okay. I know what happened that day. And I know the man I am. And every one of you know the man I am. I'm not a coward. Okay. I'm not a coward. I don't just provoke reactions. I don't just provoke trouble. And I don't just throw punches willy-nilly either. That's only at last resort as defence. So, thank you, everyone, yeah? UTK, come on, September 13th. Nationware.co.uk, get yours. Right, let's go.
Show the footage. Let's see the footage.